Love, have you ever wondered why hot water sometimes freezes faster than cold water?
You mean when you're trying to make ice cubes, and the warm water seems to get there quicker? That always puzzled me. Isn't it a bit backward?
Exactly. This curious phenomenon is called the Mpemba effect. It's named after a Tanzanian student, Erasto Mpemba, who noticed it in 1963 while making ice cream. He observed that hot milk froze faster than cold milk and brought it up to his teacher, who dismissed it as a mistake.
Wait, so a student discovered this? I'm already intrigued, but why did it happen? What's the science behind it?
That's where things get interesting. Mpemba's observation wasn't new. Aristotle, Francis Bacon, and René Descartes had all noted similar occurrences. But it was Mpemba's determination to question the status quo that led to the effect being formally studied. He didn't just take "no" for an answer. Instead, he collaborated with Dr. Dennis Osborne, a physicist at the University of Dar es Salaam, to test his hypothesis. In 1969, they published a paper confirming that, under certain conditions, hot water can indeed freeze faster than cold.
So, it's real, but why does it happen? Shouldn't hot water take longer to cool down before it even starts freezing?
That's the million-dollar question. The exact reason is still debated, but there are several theories. One suggests that evaporation plays a role. Since hot water evaporates more, there's less water left to freeze. Another theory posits that convection currents in hot water lead to faster cooling. Some even believe that the properties of hydrogen bonds in water change as it cools, making the process quicker.
So, it's a mix of science and mystery, kind of like a magic trick where you know part of the secret, but not all of it.
Exactly. It's the kind of phenomenon that makes science exciting. There's always more to learn. Even modern researchers are still trying to pin down the exact mechanisms. One fascinating twist is that the Mpemba effect doesn't always occur. The initial temperature of the water, the container's material, and the environment all play a role.
So, it's like cooking. Change one ingredient and the whole dish turns out differently. But can this effect be used for anything practical?
That's a great question. In everyday life, the Mpemba effect isn't particularly useful after all. You don't often need to freeze hot water quickly. But understanding it can help scientists better grasp the properties of water, which is crucial in many fields, from climate science to engineering. Plus, it's a great example of how questioning established ideas can lead to new discoveries.
So, Mpemba wasn't just making ice cream. He was stirring up a pot of scientific inquiry. But let me get this straight, sometimes hot water freezes faster because of evaporation, or convection, or maybe even hydrogen bonds acting weirdly.
You've got it. And the fact that there's no single explanation is what makes the Mpemba effect so fascinating. It challenges our assumptions and reminds us that even simple observations can lead to complex questions. It's a lesson in curiosity and persistence.
And in trusting your gut even when your teacher says you're wrong. I love that, but I'm still curious, do all scientists agree on this effect?
Not exactly. Some are skeptical, especially since the effect isn't consistently reproducible. Different experiments have yielded different results, so while it's widely recognized, it's not universally accepted. It's a reminder that science is often about probabilities rather than certainties.
So, in the end, it's as much about the journey as the destination. I guess Mpemba's story teaches us that sometimes, the best discoveries are the ones that make us ask, why does it happen? Instead of just taking things at face value.
Perfectly put. Love, the Mpemba effect is a curious case that opens doors to deeper understanding. It's a story of perseverance, curiosity, and the joy of exploring the unknown just like science should be.
And just like a good mystery novel, it leaves us with more questions than answers. But that's what makes it fun, right?
Absolutely. Who knew that trying to freeze hot water could lead to such a cool story?